Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today I am doing the booktube newbie tag. I didn't know it existed until this morning, but I saw somebody else do it and I thought it was a good idea, so that's what I'm going to do today. I did already record this once and the video didn't look great, didn't sound great. I didn't find a fix for my mic, but I got better lighting and put it at a better angle, so I apologize if there's any like weird extraneous noises. I'm gonna get a better mic or something to go with my camera, but for now we got what we got, you know? So first question, why did you start this channel? This channel's been around because I've had it since I was in middle school, and I was actively posting on it in middle school and a little bit in high school. I used to post like covers and stuff, you know, the typical Jar of Hearts, The Climb, those Cup Song, I think, too, all of the classics back in the day. But those are privated now, and I have not posted reliably in a very long time. I've posted like a couple of videos here and there, and I've never posted a book related video, even though I've been a huge reader most of my life. So I started this channel, well, I'm getting into book talk on this channel to just talk to other people about the books that we enjoy and have more of like a community. I think that's really what it's all about, is having that community to talk about books with people who have interests in some of the same books, and also I want to get book recommendations, and I think that's a big part of the community as well. Question 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to booktube? I don't know as if I have anything unique to bring to the table here. I am really just like your average girl. My book tastes align a lot with a lot of other people. Not like into very much niche content as far as books go. But you know, books aren't my full-time job, so I think that's one thing that I bring that not everybody brings. There's a lot of people who are lucky enough to have this be their full-time job. I don't plan on that ever happening for me. It's a lot different to read when it's not your full-time job. Question 3. What are you most excited for about this channel? I am just excited to talk about books, and I'm excited to get some new book recommendations and start a community. It's basically exactly what I said about why I was starting the channel, but it's what I'm most excited about, so I guess that lines up. Question 4. Why do you love reading? I, like a lot of other people, read to escape the realities of life. I just enjoy a good book, you know. I also feel like I can learn a lot about myself and others and the world at large when I read through the lens of a character with a different background and different challenges and like the way that they think, which is not something that we get in every book, but it happens in enough books. Question 5. What book or series got you into reading? This is a tough question for me. I've loved reading for as long as I can remember, and I don't remember what book it was that got me into reading. I remember as a kid reading about Biscuit, who was a dog. I don't know why that is a childhood book that I remember, but I remember getting it out of the library all the time. And then one of the first series that I really remember reading is the Princess Diaries series by Meg Cabot. It is the series that inspired the movie, which came out when I was like 5. So I always had both. I definitely watched the movie before I read the books. I think the movie is why I read the books. But I would go to the library and search for whichever one they had. They did not usually have many of them. And I don't think I ever read them like consecutively all the way through. But anyway, that's one of the first book series I remember reading, and from there I went through like a bunch of Meg Cabot series that were the right age range for me, and I'm guessing that's one of the things that got me into reading. It also, it's not a book or a series, but I shared a room with my sister growing up, and she was a big reader, so that also, you know, she's my big sister. I wanted to be like her, so that got me into reading too, I'm sure. Had an effect on it. Question 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would ask how you find the time. How do you find the time? Some of the booktubers I watch read so many books. So many. And I don't understand. How do you read all those books? How do you not get burnt out reading all those books? More importantly, question 7. With starting a YouTube channel, what challenges do you think will be the hardest to overcome? Having the time and just being consistent in posting. I have historically not been great at that, but I also haven't really put much time and effort into trying to be consistent, so we'll see how that goes. Question 8. When did you start reading? I started reading when I was like a kid. I don't remember when I started reading. Like I genuinely just have no idea when I started reading. I feel like I have been reading my whole life. There was a period of time for sure where I didn't read much. I blame it on having to dissect everything for English class a little bit, and also just like my mental state in high school wasn't great. And then in the last couple of years with just like being a more stable adult and the pandemic and the rise of bookish social media, you know, booktube and book talk, I have felt the urge to read a lot more. I've had a lot more options for reading because I've been getting recommendations instead of just going into the library or the bookstore and be like, oh, maybe that'll be good, and then hating it. I have, at the very least, I have places where I can look for reviews to see whether or not a lot of people liked it or a lot of people disliked it, and then decide for myself if it's in the middle whether or not I think I will enjoy it. Question 9. Where do you read? Usually right here. This is my little reading chair in my room. My bookshelf is actually behind me, and it's just really comfortable, a really nice place to sit and get lost in a book. I also will often read outside when it's nice out. I'll either go sit on my parents' deck, or when I lived in Providence, there was like a cute little bridge area that I would go to and sit out there sometimes, which is really nice. Question 10. What kind of books do you like to read? My top 3 genres are romance. Absolutely, most of my books are romance books. Fantasy, which actually kind of surprises me because I haven't read much fantasy lately, but looking at my bookshelf, it is definitely top 3. And probably historical fiction is the next one. That's largely because of one author, Lynn Kurland, and those are also romance. And they're not really just historical fiction, they're like paranormal romance, and I don't know if that falls under fantasy or sci-fi. I don't know. I'm throwing it in historical fiction because I also have a lot of other historical fiction I just haven't gotten to as quickly. I am trying to branch out lately into some thrillers and mysteries and just lit fic, which is something that I haven't read since English class in high school and college. That is it for the booktube newbie tag. It's just the 10 questions. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my answers and got to know me a little bit better if you made it all the way through. If you did, please like the video, comment, subscribe, whatever your heart desires. In the comments below, if you have any book recommendations or you want to talk about your favorite books or your story with reading, just drop a comment. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day.